Just to your left. Just to your left.
Uzo, once to the right, please. Uzo, how are you?
First off, there are about 16 different African American women on the covers of magazines right now, including Beyonce on Vogue for September, and Lupita for October, and Carrie on Self, and I don't know, Taraji. Like, what is
Point? Misty Copeland.
Thank you. What's going on right now?
That's a great question. You know, I think what's visibility. I think that's what's happening right now, and I think what's exciting about it is we're seeing different narratives and different stories being told, and I think that's what's most exciting, that all representations of life, all walks of life are being represented in such a beautiful and exceptional way. We're seeing, and not just in terms of race, but in terms of color and style. I think that's what's been really beautiful to see. Serena Williams on the cover of Vogue magazine is absolutely stunning. And the New Yorker as well, somebody who I think is phenomenal, not only in her carriage and her ability, but also in her beauty. It's quite outstanding. I think things like that, it's really exciting. So I think we're starting to really recognize as a human family what beauty is in terms of its purest definition.
You are up for an award on Sunday. What are you going to do if you win?
That. I don't know. I really haven't made it that far. I'm really just in a space of celebrating with my family and taking in this space and this time and joy, and really recognizing this time with my cast and trying to really celebrate and absorb this gift that we've been given.
Everyone is in love with this show. What is the secret behind your show?
Honesty. I think it's the truth. You know what's so funny about the truth is you can't stray from it. You can't contest it, you can't challenge it. If it's the truth, it is. And so when you're telling the truth, when you're representing people authentically, when you are challenging the status quo and really choosing to enforce what is versus what one thinks it is, I think people can't really stand to look away, you know? I think that's really the thing that's been telling, and I think that's what Genji's steady hand at that truth-telling, that authenticity and that consistency with that. I think that's what audiences have sort of gravitated towards and really sort of embraced about our show. And it's exciting to be a part of as a storyteller, as an artist. I think that's the thing that audiences have really sort of gravitated around.
This is an amazing moment for you in history. I just saw you on stage with Taylor Swift.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Your dreams, and you've chosen a wide moment of what it means to you as an artist to kind of go from sort of feeling like it wasn't going to happen.
Thank you. These are not wise shoes.
Literally being like launched.
Thank you.
It makes me feel like I
That's a real thing.
matter. It makes me feel like all things are possible. It makes me feel like with faith anything is possible. You know, I have always wanted to just be an artist and a storyteller and someone who is able to create a space for voices to be heard, and to have the opportunity to have my verse as a musician heard on Taylor Swift stage, or have my voice heard as an actor on Orange is the New Black in the television space, or to have my voice heard on the New York stage. I've been just incredibly grateful for the space that's been created that allows for my spirit to sing, you know, and by the grace I hope that more spirits and voices and shades and colors and women and sizes and shapes and genders may also continue to sing.
Yes, exactly. Maybe both.
Are you guys back to work on another season?
We are. It's so good. It's so fun to be back with everybody.
I think it's incredibly important. I think we're living in a very delicate and fragile time right now as a society, as a human family, where we have the opportunity to be great, you know, to be more than what our predecessors have been. We have the opportunity right now to be the country and the global family that we believe ourselves to be, not just what we say we are. And, you know, that is only sparked by action. It's sparked by commitment and intention and by the desire to really enact those things that might provoke the change that can help better the future of our nation. And so this time for me feels very important. It feels like a turning point. It's the fulcrum of our future that we're living in right now. And if we aren't really, really prepared to meet the moment, then it is ours to answer for future generations.
What do you do for fun?
Read.
What are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now? I'm reading 3 books right now, actually. I'm reading Redefining Realness by Janet Mock, who is a brilliant, I don't know if you know her, she's a brilliant journalist and brilliant essayist, transgender woman who's, I think, done a generous work with inviting in all of American society, world society into that conversation in a really, really thoughtful and thought-provoking way. That's one. I'm also reading this book about Henrietta Lacks, if we're familiar with her story. It's a really interesting piece about this African-American woman from the early part of the century who is essentially herself responsible for all of modern medicine and what we know cancer research to be based on. It's a really interesting read. It's a really, really fascinating read. I'm forgetting the proper title. I don't want to say it because it's like the prim education of Henrietta Lacks. I'm failing on the title properly. And then the third book I'm reading is Ghana Must Go. It's a world literature book about a Ghanaian Nigerian first generation American whose father's passed away in her expedition back to the motherland and burying her father.
You're not a lightweight reader.
Not at all. I love to read.
I love that you do. Tell us who you were